So good morning. I'm really delighted to be here to talk about transformation in education. Now, whenever we read the newspapers or we hear Nobel Prize winners talk or Turing Award winners talk, everybody is talking about computers, communications, medicine, healthcare. But education is a human right. It's a basic human right. And we've not had a lot of progress in education in a long time. So let me start by asking you a question. So I want you to think over the last 500 years.
Hello.
Can you all hear me?
Hello. Hello.
I couldn't hear it.
Hello.
That's right. So I want you to think back. Someone said PowerPoint, but in my mind, PowerPoint took us a step backward, not forward. So not many inventions in education in 500 years. The printing press was a big invention for textbooks, but that was more than 500 years ago. And so therefore I don't count that in 500 years. So what is shocking is that you look at any field, there have been major inventions in every field, but in education, not much has happened in 500 years. And education is so fundamental. All of us here are involved in education, but you see improvements in every other field. So in this talk, I'm going to talk about digital education transformation. So digital technology is transforming every field known to mankind today. Whether it is healthcare, whether it is transportation, it's all being transformed by digital. So I'm going to talk about how can we do something about education, how can we completely transform education so that everybody in the world has access to not just any education, but high quality education. So next, I'd like you to think back, think forward to 2030. So the previous question was to think back 500 years. My next question is to think forward 13 years, only 13 years, 2030. So you heard about robotics in the previous talk. By 2030, what percentage of today's jobs will still be around because of robotics, automation, technology, AI? What percentage of today's jobs do you think will still be around by 2030? Yell out the answer. Half. What else? 50%. What else? Don't be shy, yell out the answer. So this is unlike any classroom. You are allowed to yell out. You can yell. So yell out the answer. What do you think? You can also make guesses. It's okay. I won't punish you. 35%. What else? I couldn't hear. What did you say? 60%. The real answer is that by 2030, 50% of today's jobs will be gone. 50%. So next time you shake hands with somebody, remember by 2030, one of you won't have a job. So 1 in 2 jobs will be gone by 2030 because of automation, artificial intelligence, and so on. This means, so just imagine, half the world, half the people in the world who have jobs today will not have jobs in 2030. This means that as a planet, as a government, we have a massive planet-scale, worldwide challenge to reskill 50% of our people. 1 out of 2 people will have to be reskilled. If you and I have a talk after this conference, one of us will not have a job in 2030. Now clearly we have to live and earn and survive. So somehow we have to be reskilled. The jobs are going to change from today's jobs to new jobs. Maybe if I was in a factory stacking boxes and a robot is doing that, maybe the new job will be as an IT specialist to manage the robot. Maybe the new job will be in cybersecurity to make sure that someone does not come and hack the robot. So if I ask the robot, if I'm a vegetarian and I ask the robot to bring me more Colombo, and instead the robot brings me Tori roti. That would not be good. I mean, just imagine the danger. Someone hacks the robot, and I can't get my vegetarian food like Tori roti. I'll be very happy. But if I'm vegetarian, I have no problem. So cyber security will also be very big, and so jobs will change from today's jobs to new jobs. And so all the people that lose their jobs can be upskilled to get these new jobs. So you look at every field today has been transformed by technology. So how many of you here have taken a Uber or Ola? Raise your hands. So virtually everybody has taken an Uber or Ola. They have completely transformed the transportation industry. Theatre, movies have been taken over by Netflix and YouTube. How many of you have watched YouTube? Wow. Far more people have watched YouTube than have taken Ola. What is interesting is that the people in the very front are my generation. I noticed that every hand in the back, the younger generation went up. But my generation, not many hands went up. So you all know the answer. And then you look at hotels. The whole hospitality industry has changed. And Airbnb and TripAdvisor. How many of you have heard of TripAdvisor? You will hear a lot more about it. Have completely transformed the hotel industry. But there are only two industries that have not been transformed by technology. One is education. What is the other field that has not been transformed by anything? One is education. What is the other field? Pardon? Pardon? Yes.
Hello.
Oh, he's talking.
Hello,
So what field has not been transformed? Politics. The government is in the dark ages. But this talk is about education. I think we can fix education. Governments, I leave it to you. I don't know how to do that. Our children have also completely changed. Our children have completely transformed. We still bring in all universities, whether it's at Stanford or MIT or whether it's in Sahyadri College or in St. Aloysius College, we still educate the same way. We bring students to a classroom and they're all sitting there and the lecturer is talking to them. But modern day students, your generation is learning very differently. Your generation, everybody here has watched YouTube. They're learning from YouTube. They're learning online. You want to see short videos. But then we bring you to a lecture hall and we lecture to you for 1 hour. We bring you to a class at 9 o'clock in the morning when people want to study at any time of the day and people want to learn online. So the whole world has completely changed, but our education system hasn't changed. You have changed. You want to do things online, but our education system has not kept pace with the way that you learn. So the vision of edX. So how many people here in this audience have taken a course online on edX? Some of you. So edX is edx.org, is a non-profit founded by Harvard and MIT. It is an online learning platform that is, and our mission is to reimagine education, completely transform education digitally. So just like you can go to YouTube and watch videos, anybody can go to edx.org and learn for free. So just like YouTube is a platform where anybody can post a video and anybody can watch a video, on edX, we partner with the top institutions in the world, like MIT, Harvard, Oxford, IIM Bangalore. They are putting their courses on edX. So you can see they are putting their courses on edX, courses like artificial intelligence and so on, and you can go and learn for free. So if you haven't tried it out, experiment with it. This is called online education. Just like you watch videos, you click a button and you can call a taxi. Imagine you can go online to edx.org and you can learn for free. There's also a mobile app How many of you have a smartphone? Almost everybody. How many of you have downloaded apps from Google or Apple Store onto your phone? Almost everybody has. So I want you to go and download the edX app, EDX. Download that onto your smartphone and you can start learning for free. You can learn anything that you want. There are students on edX from 7 years of age to 95 years of age learning for free. You can learn anything that you want. And these courses are offered by some of the top universities in the world. And also many companies like Microsoft, like the Linux Foundation, and teaching you very cutting edge things. From the basic things like Scratch programming to very advanced things like cybersecurity, and you can learn all of this for free. So at edX.org, EDX, our mission is to reimagine education, to provide education to anybody in the world who wants to learn. And you can learn for free on the platform. So today, we were founded by Harvard and MIT about 6 years ago. And today we have more than 14 million students from 196 countries. That's all the countries in the world. So 14 million is what? 140 lakhs. 11% of them are from India. So we have 15 lakh students from India learning on our platform. I'm surprised there's not many more of you in Bangalore who know about this. My hope is that all of you will go to a place like this and learn and start to learn online. Learning online is the future of education. It combines that with how you learn on campus. So you will learn both on campus by professors and also learn online. Both will become very important, and here's a way for you to go and try it out. We have more than 2,000 courses on the platform from 130 institutional partners. 50 million courses, that is 500 lakh, 5 crore courses have been taken on our platform in the past 6 years. And students like you, high schoolers, 7-year-old students, grandmothers, grandparents, 95-year-old people are taking and learning for free. These are some of the students on edX. So just to give you one example, the guy in the middle, the guy here, right in the middle, his name is Akshay Kulkarni. So I was at Bangalore, I met him, I was at Bangalore airport 2 years ago, and I just checked in my bags, and I was walking out, and Akshay and a group of about 20 students came to host me. And one of them asked me, "Are you Anant Agarwal?" So I was worried. You're in a foreign country, you see a lot of people come at you, and you wonder what they want. But luckily he said, "Oh no, thank you very much for all the work that you do." So he was a student from a small college. He went to a very small college in a very small town, and he was looking for a job for 2 years. He took some of these edX courses. He finished his bachelor's degree, he was looking for a job, and then he took computer science basic programming from Harvard. And then he took cloud software development, something called software as a service, from Berkeley. He passed that, he earned a certificate. So on edX you can learn for free, and our business model is that you can learn for free, but if you want the certification, you have to pay a small amount of money. A typical certification might cost $50, which is about 3,000 rupees. But you can learn for free. You can pay for certification if you want the certificate. So he got the certificates for the Berkeley courses. He applied to Microsoft in Hyderabad, and they began to interview him. And then they saw the small kid from a small college. Suddenly they said, "What do you mean you've taken the cloud software development from Berkeley on his resume?" They were shocked. They immediately stopped the whole interview process and gave him a job. So it's quite remarkable. There's any number of stories, and I'll give you more stories of students who are learning completely for free and improving their lives and their careers based on that. In fact, we did a survey of our students, and 43% of the students who earned the certificate are telling us that they had a career improvement because of the certificate. Either a pay raise, a new job, or a promotion. How many of you have heard of LinkedIn? All of you have heard of LinkedIn. So 47% of the students are posting their certificates on LinkedIn. So one of the things I talked about earlier was half the jobs will go away. So I'm 35 years old, I have a family. The chances that I'm going to go back to a university and spend 2 years to get a new degree are very, very small. It's very difficult for me to do that. So to support reskilling of people, to support this lifelong education model, we have also launched some new credentials. So all of you have heard of bachelor's degrees and master's degrees. What we launched is a new credential called the Micromasters. So you had big computers before, and then you had the microprocessor. Similarly, you had big education before, you launched Micromasters. So Micromasters is a new credential. It's about 25% of a master's degree. It's very small. People can get it in about 3 to 6 months if they study full time. It's very short. It's modular. I'll talk more about modular education. I think this is going to be the future of education, where people will study in modules. So Micromasters is a new credential, and you can take the Micromasters in edX. You can learn for free. There's no admissions. Now think about it. Education is a basic human right. So what does it mean for something to be a human right? If something is a human right, it means that everybody should have access to it, just like the air we breathe. Everybody should have access. So yesterday at Sahyadri College here, there's a whole day devoted to water. The whole day was devoted to water. So water can also be viewed as a basic human right. Everybody should have access to water. Similarly, everybody should have access to education. But what is funny is, if everybody should have access to education, then if you want education, you should be able to turn on a tap and get education, just like water. But in India, it is very hard. You have to apply, and they admit only a small number of people. Sahyadri College, for example, is able to admit only about 800 students per year. What about all the other lakhs of students? There are not that many colleges. So if you want to go to an IIT admits 1%. For every 100 students that apply, only one can get in. And the fewer people that you admit, or the bigger percentage of students that you push away, the more famous the university is. Isn't that funny? The more famous the university, the more students they're pushing away. IIT is 1%. MIT admits 7% of students. Only 7 out of 100 can get in. But education is a right. So why do universities not admit everybody who wants to learn? It's obvious, right? There's no place. The Sahyadri campus and the hostels, this is a fantastic campus. Beautiful workshops and classrooms. But there's a limit to how physical space can hold people. 800 per year, that's it. But online, we can educate any number of people. On edX, we saw there are 14 million students learning, and we're only 6 years old. I think we're about as old as Sahyadri College. We can educate millions of students. In fact, in each of our courses, we don't have 100, 200 students, but in some of our courses, we have almost 1 million students taking the course simultaneously. 1 million students from any country in the world. We can do that through technology. Anybody can get access to education like this. So what we've done because of technology for the Micromasters, it's open admission. Just imagine that. What does open admission mean? It means that if you want to learn and you want to start a Micromasters, you go and you can start. No admissions. No doing entrance exams. No doing JEE. No doing GRE. No doing SAT. No nothing. No recommendations. No nothing. You just need to have the interest. You can start learning for free. If you don't believe me, try it out. Go to edX.org on your laptop, you click on any Micromasters and you can start learning. Anytime, anywhere. No admission required. And you can learn cutting edge topics. So this is artificial intelligence from Columbia University. You can learn supply chain management from MIT. You can learn introduction to programming from University of Pennsylvania. You can learn fundamentals of business from IIM Bangalore. IIM Bangalore is India's #1 business school. You can get a Micromasters in business from IIM Bangalore. And can you believe that? Can you believe that any of you can go to edX, you can start earning a Micromasters in business from IIM Bangalore, and everybody's admitted automatically. You can do that through technology. And if you want the Micromasters from IIM Bangalore, if you pass all the courses, the Micromasters costs about $600 or $700. That's it. Can you believe that? A full MBA, even from a government institution like IIM Bangalore, costs 20 lakhs. But a Micromasters is only about $600. What is that? $600 is about 40,000 rupees. For 40,000 rupees, you can get a Micromasters from IIM Bangalore in fundamentals. It's like a micro MBA. I think in the future, I believe, 20 or 30 years from now, full MBAs will be gone, will be over. Full masters will be gone. People will be looking for these micro credentials, micro MBAs, micro masters, small modular programs. As the whole field moves ahead, if data science becomes hot, you'll get a Micromasters in data science. If robotics becomes hot, you'll get a micro credential in robotics. And you'll keep learning throughout life, getting these modular credentials. Each Micromasters, all of this online learning is flexible. You can learn whenever you want. There is no timing attached to it. You don't have to go to classes in the morning or in the evening. You can learn whenever you want. Each Micromasters is also endorsed by a corporation. A company is telling you that this is the kind of things we need for jobs. So for example, the AI Micromasters is endorsed by GE. This credential also gives you a pathway to credit. So let's say, for example, you get the Micromasters in AI from Columbia. Then if you get admission at Columbia and you want to get a full master's degree, this will convert into 30% of the credit into a full master's at Columbia, if you want to get the master's degree. Most people may not want the master's, but if you want it, it will convert into a full master's degree. So I'll just give you the story of one of our students. So that's in the middle. You see the girl there, her name is Mia Radish. She had a job. She completed the Micromasters in supply chain management from MIT. She posted the Micromasters on a LinkedIn. She got an interview from Akamai. Akamai is a cloud software company in Cambridge, and she got a job and doubled her salary. So the world is changing. So these new opportunities are extremely remarkable. In fact, more and more companies are announcing that GE, for example, has announced that if you live in Massachusetts and if you complete a Micromasters in supply chain or AI or cybersecurity, they will give you an automatic interview. Automatic interview if you pass. Today is Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we will be making an announcement in Delhi with a big company. That company will be announcing that anybody from India who completes a Micromasters on edX in one of about 10 topics, software, AI, robotics, there were Micromasters in robotics, computer science, anybody who completes a Micromasters will get an automatic guaranteed interview. This company will interview anybody who earns a Micromasters in these topics. So the world is changing with this kind of online learning. How many of you know about open source software? How many of you heard of open source? So open source means where a company takes its crown jewel, its software, and gives it away to the world for free. So what we've done, we are a non-profit. We have taken our software, entire platform, and we have given it away to the world for free as open source. So anybody can go to our website, download our software, and you can run your own online system. We've given it to the world for free because we believe that anybody should be able to launch something like edX. It's like Google giving away its search algorithm. They of course don't do that. They're a for-profit company. So only Google owns that algorithm. So anybody else cannot just take it and use it. But on edX, we've given away our software for free, and anybody can download open source edX. And today, many education ministries around the world have launched national sites based on open edX. Countries like China, Russia, Hong Kong, Saudi, Jordan, France have launched national sites based on open source software. So that was a quick overview of edX and what we do. Now let me talk a little bit about how digital learning can improve the quality and engagement of learning. Why can it be equal to or even better than the kind of teaching we all do on campus? So when you go to edX and you start learning, you'll see a course. You sign up for a course, it's very 2 or 3 clicks, you can start learning. In each course, we replace the lecture with a sequence. It's a sequence of interleaved videos and exercises. So just like on YouTube, you watch 5-10 minute videos, you watch videos, and between the videos, there are interactive exercises. There are questions that you have to answer, mini quizzes. So this form of learning, when you interleave questions with watching videos, is called active learning. So the pedagogy of the platform is active learning. Now in the classroom, it's not active learning. In the classroom, you sit in a class, the professor lectures for 1 hour, and it's called passive learning. But here, by interleaving questions and quizzes with videos, the learning is called active learning. And our active learning has some very good advantages. There's a saying by Benjamin Franklin. How many of you have heard of Ben Franklin? What is he most famous for? Remember the guy with the kite? So this guy said, tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember.